A pediatrician practicing in Texas, Dr. Christina Probst of Houston, recently made highly offensive comments on social media regarding the devastating floods in Texas, which have claimed the lives of over 115 people. Her post included the following remarks: "May all visitors, children, non-MAGA voters, and pets be safe and dry. Kerr County MAGA voters voted to gut FEMA. They deny climate change. May they get what they voted for." Unbelievable. These comments have been widely condemned as deeply inappropriate, and according to a statement from Bluefish Pediatrics in Houston, Dr. Probst has been terminated from her position. To talk about this incident further, I am pleased to welcome John Davidson, director of Epidemic of Fraud and investigative journalist for Broken Truth TV. John, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
John, it appears that this doctor is no stranger to you. Can you explain why?
Right. So it's funny that this happened the way it did. We had been investigating online groups that were private in nature on Facebook that were targeting medical doctors like Peter McCullough and doctor like Mary Talley Bowden. She's the physician that sued the FDA and won. When we were doing our original stories on this series we called Shotsgate, you can see more of them at shotsgate.com, we noticed this doctor was in this group, and she led the charge to try to get Mary Talley Bowden's medical license revoked with the Texas Medical Board. So we already knew who she was. We had screen grabs of her statements from years ago. And it turns out she's been quite the menace online, going after people like Dan Crenshaw. I've been told she also went after Ted Cruz during COVID. And this doctor, as vile as her comments were, she was just one of many voices in this group that, by the way, was organized and administered by another group called Public Good Projects, a nonprofit that receives federal money. She was very active in trying to get medical licenses revoked, especially against another Houston medical doctor, which is just curious. I'd be curious to know how many of her colleagues she did the same, attack on. Probably not very many.
Besides Dr. Probst, who else was behind this Shots Heard Facebook group?
There's so many members in that group. Richard Pan, who was a California state senator, I believe he was a member of the group. And interestingly, this group, according to its tax documents, I believe donated or gave $400,000 to Facebook as a payment for services. And the Public Good Projects is the organizer, like I said, and administrator of Shots Heard. They also got money from Bio, the pharmaceutical lobbyist, which allegedly has been involved in trying to remove Bobby Kennedy from head of HHS. And Bio was also connected to Patrick Soon-Shiong, the owner of LA Times.
Oh, yeah.
And the 2017 situation that involved a politician, the CEO of Bio, and Francis Collins trying to keep Soon-Shiong from becoming head of NIH. So they've got a history.
John, you've obviously been following the floods out of Texas.
Sure.
You saw her tweet. I believe the New York Post did a story on it. I know how I feel. Personally, it was disgusting. I'm sure you feel the same way. Elaborate. What motivates a human being to point a finger at somebody in such a time of tragedy? She took down her post. She lost her job. But what do you think the ultimate fallout is for this doctor out of Texas?
Well, her husband, I won't say his name, but he was a partner at a major law firm in Houston. They scrubbed him from the internet. They took him off LinkedIn. They took him off their website. Bluefish Pediatrics has removed her from their roster. Memorial Hermann has disassociated themselves from her. This is a bad behavior, and I'm sure she'll land somewhere else. But it's a big stain on her career, and hopefully she'll learn from it.
I just don't understand how you look at the numbers: over 115 dead, more than 160 people missing, little children who have no political affiliation whatsoever at a church camp, and she's pointing the finger and saying they deserve what they voted for. Hopefully she learns her lesson by now, especially after those disgusting comments she made about those people, innocent people, killed in Texas. John, thank you very much for being here.